morning, fam. Forgive me if I don't sound too enthusiastic. Aside from my load looking like this on the tail end, your boy is a little bit under the weather, man, but we still gotta do what we gotta do. We got a calamity of stops mixed up here at the end, but it is what it is. I'm at the first stop. As y'all saw, man, I'm at the dock, so let me get all this worked out, get stop 1 or 2 out the way, and I'll check in with y'all, man, as we get on down the road. Total 9 stops today, almost 1,100 cases. On the surface, it seems like it's a whole lot, but it's really not. But it's just one of those situations, guys, where you open your tail end and you can't get overwhelmed by what you see. You can't let it defeat you before you start. Guarantee at the end of the day, this trailer will be empty unless I got some returns. So let's go ahead and get busy. I'll check in with y'all in a little bit. Sorry about that, fam. Had to talk to the wife real quick, y'all. But anyway, we on the way home, man. So, back to what I was asking. We're about to get ready to talk about. For what we have to do with food service, do we really make enough money? Well, to those of y'all who say it's not enough money, I respect your opinion. For those of y'all who say you couldn't pay me enough to do that job, I respect your opinion. But it really is just a matter of opinion. And that's just not for those who say those things, but excuse me. But it's also to anyone who's thinking about getting into food service or those who are working in food service. Personally, I always think we could always be paid more money. And that's really no matter what job we do. I could be doing OTR. I could be doing flatbed. I could do hazmat, fuel hauling, whatever. It still feels as though it's not quite enough money, right? Because we will never be paid what our true value is. At least that's the opinion that we form about ourselves. So I absolutely do think that we could be paid more. But I also think that depending on your lifestyle, your situation, even all the way down to your deductions out of your check, the money that you can make in food service can be enough, just depending on who you are and where you are at in life. I pay child support every week, so that's a deduction on top of taxes or any other things that may come out, as well as union dues. But at the same time, for my household and our lifestyle, it's enough money for what I have to do. And I also take into account my schedule, being that I don't work any nights, I don't work on weekends. I take into the fact the benefits as far as health, vision, dental, life insurance. It all plays a role, a huge role into the financial aspect of it being enough. Because I can go to another company, right? And let's say said company is paying $145,000 a year. But you have to be gone 2 weeks or 3 weeks at a time. And you may have an insurance package, a benefits package, but that package is going to cost you and your family, let's say $550 a week out of your check. Those numbers don't equate for me. That math don't be math. For one, most importantly, I'm away from my family. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, hell, 1 week, a night. That's way too long for me. My youngest child is 2 years old. That don't work for me in my household. So I could go and make more on the growth side of things, but I lose out on so much more if I was to take a job like that. Not all trucking gigs are created equal. So the physical aspect of doing this job is low-hanging fruit to me. And if you saw in the beginning of the video, you saw how my trailer was this morning when I opened it up at the dock. It wasn't the prettiest of loads, and my load was loaded quite terribly, if I'm speaking honest. I had a stop 3 pallet, cooler pallet to be precise, on the left-hand side of the trailer, and a stop 4 dry pallet on the right-hand side of the trailer. Stop 3 is the location where I need the pallet jack and the lift gate anyway. Stop 4 isn't. It would have made more sense for stop 3 to be on the right-hand side and stop 4 to be on the left. And it wouldn't be that big of a deal if that stop 3 pallet was at the tail end, but I had to move 5 pallets to get to it. That's just one out of a few other things that occurred today. But I'm not here to complain or gripe about my load per se, because I've said to you guys before in earlier videos, every day is not going to be rainbows and butterflies and sunshine. There's going to be days where you got to do a lot of digging. Sometimes you got to rework your route. Sometimes you got to rearrange your route inside the trailer. It's a part of what we have to do. But again, going back to the question, is it enough money being paid in food service for what we have to do? Again, it's never going to be enough, but it is more than enough for me and my family and our lifestyle when it provides me the income it's providing me, as well as the schedule and the flexibility that it provides me. I work on average 52 to 56 hours a week. I work 5 days. And again, like I said, I'm home every night and I'm off on weekends. Get to spend time with the wife and the children on the weekend. We get to go to church every Sunday. I have a great life and it's only getting better. And food service, U.S. Foods in particular, of course, all glory to God first and foremost. But U.S. Food has put us in this position to live the life we live, and we're only continuing to build. So I could go, again, take another job that's paying more, but I'd have to sacrifice so much other things that I'm just not willing to sacrifice. So saying all that to say, man, no job ever really pays enough money. Every trucking gig is going to be some give and some take. They'll give you a good financial package, yeah, but what do you got to give them in return to get that financial package? The 6 figures that I'm making at U.S. Food, it's only going to get better because for my division, we're union and we're only in our first contract. And as they say, each contract tends to get a little bit better. So with that being said, as long as we're able to maintain the same type of schedule flexibility and the income goes up, we're going to be living just fine. So you just got to sit back and assess the situation. Excuse me. So you just got to sit back and assess your situation and find out if doing this type of work or any type of trucking gig for that matter fits your lifestyle, fits your family, fits your needs, as well as your desires, man. I don't mind touching cases every day. I like the physical work, to be honest with you. Does the unnecessary digging that goes on from time to time frustrate me? Absolutely. I did a YouTube short about that the other day. But I'm human. I am going to get frustrated from time to time. But that don't mean I don't enjoy my job, because I do. Anyway, man, hope y'all found some value in this content. If you did, please smash that like button. Drop a comment down below. I'm always open to reading the comments. I try my best to read every last one of them, man, and respond to them, whether it be positive or negative. You can give your thoughts on the topic we talked about today. And if you found some value in this content, man, please consider subscribing or passing this content on to somebody who you think might be interested. It's Taylor Local Trucker, man. Until the next video drops, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Stay tuned. Be blessed. We out.